Alright, so if this actually contains... Alright, so we'll... This is an actor, it's... Alright, so the pin type is integer, the actor... The variable type is actor. Okay, this is just weird. A map of integers to actor references. Alright. So we add it down here. Here we are. So if this contains the actor, then what we're going to do is, I guess, fetch it. Alright, true if the item was found, false. Alright, so we can just replace this with this. So this will return true if the item was found. And if true, then what we're going to do is destroy actor. Alright, and also what I'm going to do here is Alright, basically what I want to do is I want to grab this transform out of here, and I want to take the location and rotation, but I don't want to take the scale completely. I want to multiply the scale by 0.01. So we have the location, the rotation, and then we have the scale. Multiply vector by float. There it is. Alright, so that'll make the mushrooms smaller that we spawn in there, because we had the giganto shrooms for no reason. Shit. Whoops. Alright, single instance mode. Well, that's interesting. So when we painted this thing on there, it's not dirtying it. Like we spawned the actor. Alright, so let's see. We want to remove these things, so if I lasso select these things and I delete, it deletes them, and the actors are deleted as well. If we pop one of these down, it's like this guy right here isn't getting updated, or something's wrong with it. It's like the spawned actor is not actually getting set properly. It's not getting constructed, or something's not happening for it properly. So let's see. It's definitely getting constructed. So the question is, what's going on with the... Is it the point lights or something? Like, look, there's no lights on it. Like, it got constructed, but there aren't any lighting components on it. So the construction script isn't playing? What? Let's look that up real quick. Construction script not playing for blueprint when spawned. Alright, when using add actor to place an actor, it does run the construction scripts in the editor. Not sure why it wasn't though. I need to modify some properties on the actor and rerun the construction. Finally found the function I needed to do that, which is add actor, rerun construction scripts. So is there like a I know for a fact that this thing is not calling the construction script, otherwise it would be doing stuff. So I guess I need a function on this thing real quick that we can call. Let's add a function here. Construct. Radius, light, scale. Can we copy the... We can't copy the local variables over. So we can just go ahead and delete these. And we'll just call construct on it. Because why not? Alright, let's see. We'll have a variable here which is called constructed. We'll set it to false. So we're going to have a branch here which is going to say if constructed is false, then do all these things. If constructed, then return, otherwise we'll set it. Alright, so let's go ahead and... The water is giving you headaches? Hopefully that's just water that you are drawing as opposed to water that you are drinking. Alright, so let's go to our lasso tool. Let's delete our well, we'll save. I'm not sure why we didn't get called back. Probably something got screwed up somewhere. But whatever, let's not worry about it. Let's just continue to blindly mess with stuff. Alright, so we got our 3-point lights here. Where the hell are the point lights? Oh, there they are. Whoa! These are way the hell out there. And let's see if we can delete this piece of foliage here. And it did delete our big mushroom. Alright, we'll go to our thing here, and this should be a smaller value. It should be like so. Alright, so they're all showing up now. Let's go to our lasso tool and make sure we delete. Doesn't look like it's deleting everything. Okay, so not only drawing but animating water, pushing rendering as far as you can manage. Alright, cool. So you're doing the effects, all the cool effect stuff. Alright, so what we want to do, because we're placing down these blueprints, we don't need to actually create the mushroom mesh itself. So the question would be, should we just delete the mushroom mesh? And I think the answer is yes. Like, basically we want to have a function here which is remove mushroom. So we'll just call it destroy component. That was called remove mushroom. Yeah, let's go to our foliage. Alright, cool. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Awesome. And that's animations that are done in Harmony, I'm guessing? Yeah, keep up the good work. Looks really cool. Alright, so we snap one of those down. So let's see what it... If we go out of this, we have this mushroom 90. It does not have... Like, if we move this object, why does it have... Alright, that is crazy. It doesn't... Like, the blueprint, the object here, does not have the static mesh. But the object has the static mesh? Oh no, it has it. It's right there. Mini mushroom inherited. Mini shroom static mesh component. Alright. Cool. Alright, well let's try placing it on one of these. We had remove mushroom actually get called, so it's supposed to destroy the mesh. So let's see if it actually did. So this is the thing. If we look at it, it supposedly has all this stuff here. Ah, it is deleted. It's when we move this, it got recreated. Right in there, in the construction script. Alright, so what we need to do actually is we need to set constructed, we want has mesh, that should default to true, and basically we're going to set has mesh to false. Okay, it's set up properly, so I don't need to do anything crazy for this. Alright. Alright, so the next thing is we need to figure out, like if we pop down 4 of those, and then we lasso and then delete, you know, they're not deleting all that. So what's going to be going on here is this, inside of C++ land, these instance indices are getting changed. So what are they actually doing? So we have this remove instance thing. And this is a tset that we've removed. Remove from the array, removes the element at the given location, optionally shrinking the array. This version is more efficient than remove at, but does not preserve order. Update hashes for swapped instances. If the instance index does not equal instances num, then the swapped instance equals, we're going to grab this and we're going to will I add mist to the cave today? Well, who knows? I might get to it, but I'll probably do the water first, so I don't think I'll get around to it. I think the thing I'm going to be figuring out right now is this mushroom stuff. So do we want the actual instance index, or do we want something else maybe? Because we could pass something else in here, like something we're not going to have to screw around with. Alright, so the foliage base ID is an int32, so we could just do this instance thing. So what we can do is, instead of using this index, we can use the component ID, like got created or whatever. Yeah, okay, so if we just do the base ID right here. We'll see if this actually does it for us. So that should use the, instead of the index into the instance array, we'll use the ID of the instance, and that should be unique and all that. It should actually work properly. Let's see if it does work properly. So let's get our static mesh component or mushroom open, and let's then open up our proper level. Alright, so if we go to our foliage, single instance mode, pop down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these, and then let's try deleting them. Alright, let's try with a whole hell of a lot of them. Didn't work at all. Attempting to access mini mushroom, call function find value, but mini mushroom is pending kill. A thing was created, a thing was created. Let's just make sure we're actually getting called properly with all this stuff. So let's see if we're even getting called properly with all this. I can do it one piece at a time. Creating actor 40, 30, 41, 42, 34, 33, 36. Yeah, look at this. We got 36 and then we got 36 again. So these creations are giving us the wrong numbers. Well, it's interesting that the creation thing. So let's see, what is the in new instance? has got a base ID of 45, and this added instances sub, I guess this will be the last one, base ID of 45, 39, 40, 36, 36, procedural GUID. Well, it's interesting that the base ID is not unique for this, so what is add to base hash, add the instance to the hash. So component hash finder add instance sub 16. Like the component hash has got 46, right? Is this instances sub 17? So this is going to be 45. Like there's two 36s, so we have this like value 1 or 2. Huh, okay, so they've got like some ridiculous setup here for indexing into an array based on stuff. So yeah, this is a non-unique thing. They've got like a different key that goes into it. Well, I don't want to re-index maps and do a whole bunch of crap like that. I'd rather just have a unique ID for a foliage instance thing, which I can reference. There's a lot of very interesting things with their data structures that they're doing. Let's see, the added instance. Is there anything on this that we can actually snag? Something that's going to be unique in some way. I mean, we could take the location, rotation, all that stuff and use that as a key, but that's not a very good idea because they'll have collisions. So where is the base ID equals? Next base ID, instance base map 15. Alright, so what is this doing? In component, get instance base ID. I mean, no wonder they have bugs with this system. There's a whole bunch of ridiculous ID stuff going on. The next unique ID for a base component. Well, new ID is 48. Alright. 49, 50, 46. Okay, so it cycled again. 51, 51, 51. Aha, so that's what's going on. Is they actually have, you know, the map is actually there to be able to look up, you know, the stuff that's attached to the boulders and all that. So they're taking... Alright, that makes sense. Okay, so we have a map for each thing we're attached to. We update our objects, make sure those things move. So we need to get a unique ID back to our instance data. Alright, I'll be right back and we'll continue messing with this. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and remove these. Alright. So we need a unique ID, which is these things. I mean, the instance index is not the worst thing in the world that we could use. Yeah, it's the base component. Hello, Synachron. We are adding support for blueprint objects to the foliage system because I wanted. So that's what we're doing. So we need to figure out exactly. We've already hooked into the foliage system in the add and remove, but they don't have good IDs for us to add and remove our objects that we're adding to the scene. So I think what we should do is go to our foliage instance. And we'll want to set a unique ID on this thing or something like that. Foliage instance placement info. Well, let's just add another ID here and just say to hell with it. Like, let's just go simple, right? Let's not try to complicate this too incredibly much. So let's see, if I paint this on, paint one of these on, I should get a breakpoint here, and let's walk back up. Add instance. Comes in here. And what does this mesh info actually have? Alright, this has a static mesh component, instances, and all the rest of this stuff. So really what we should do is this foliage mesh info. Like, let's just go to the declaration of that. Yeah, we're just going to have an int32 unique ID counter. Even VC doesn't support equals default on move assignment. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to go to our instance foliage when we actually make one of these. So this will be added instance dot unique ID and instance dot unique ID, just like that. So let's just ignore all that. So let's save everything, close the editor, and we'll reopen it. Let's see if there's an on instance moved or something like that. Post update instances. Alright, so we have all these things: instance index, component, update instance transform, rehash to the hash if requested. Alright, so we can actually call let's make a new function here. It'll be like on instance updated. And we're going to want our constant transform. So let's do our on instance updated. We're going to want the instance to world. Get the unique ID in there. Alright, so this will let us actually move stuff around properly. Alright, let's see if this works. It's a lot of kind of finagling stuff, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I've seen much worse implementations of systems. And we're basically grafting on top of the foliage system something that will update something else. So the idea is that we'll have kind of an actor that's similar, and so we can add all the rest of that crap that we need. And it's not a fully supported blueprint thing, but you know, we could expand on it, so we'll see what we can do. All I know is I'm okay with some of this being kind of weird. So let's compile all this stuff and let's see what it does. And we're also going to want like a junk drawer. Junk drawer folder, because when we add all these actors to the scene there, they look pretty dumb. Like, they just all get added to the root. And we'd like to throw them in a folder like /trash. You know. And then the inside of that /trash folder, we got, you know, all our trash. Alright. So let's override another function. This will be on instance updated. Error. Target is hard. What is the error here? There is no more error. Okay, that's fine.